across the United States of America, high school students will take the ACT or SAT test. These standardized multiple choice tests were put into place as a way to test high school students for their college readiness, and the exams were used by most colleges in their admissions process. In addition, some scholarships require students to submit their scores in order to apply for such funds. Low-scoring students are often not able to get into their desired college or program because they did not meet a school's testing requirement and may not receive needed funding for their education based on how they scored. Such tests often don't accurately reflect a student's college readiness, and many studies have proven their inaccuracy. ACT reported that over 60% of people who took the ACT in 2016 reached the college benchmark. However, 60% of those students, once in college, were placed in remedial classes despite their testing scores. A study at Chicago State University reported that the ACT explained only 3.6% of differences in cumulative college GPA for the university's graduates who scored middle range of the tests in high school. The exam often overpredicts performance, as the 1992 graduating class had the highest average ACT score in the study but had the poorest academic performance. Research has found that there is a correlation between household income and college readiness scores, finding that higher income students achieved higher scores overall. This may be partially due to the ACT test coachability that the company uses to sell textbooks and study guides, which lower income students would not have access to. We interviewed some students who have taken the ACT in the past to see what they have to say about the experiences and how it affected them. What are your thoughts on tests like the ACT or SAT?
I'm not a big fan because I feel like too much weight is given to them. I mean, there's definitely a purpose for them, but people value it far more than, they should, in my opinion.
Alright, I don't really feel like either of those tests are the most accurate way to measure a student's intellectual abilities. I feel like there are a lot more ways to test the child based on their intellect other than just time-based standardized testing.
Do you feel your scores prevented or aided your current situation?
A little bit of both. So I got a 28, which is, or 29, which is all right, but it's not like the best kind of score. The composite, I think, can really, honestly, screw people over. So I got a 35 in reading, which is like almost perfect, and then like a 22 in math. And those were my highest and lowest scores, and it averaged out to like a 29.
I feel like it's definitely prevented me because as an econ major, I'm pretty good at finance and economics-based math, like anything involving budgeting, macro or microeconomics, I can do. But if you ask me to do calculus, it's not the same story. And trying to get into colleges with such a low math ACT score, even though mine was probably 18, I want to say, was still difficult because they expect you to be good at business when in reality the math portion of the ACT really has nothing to do with business-based math.
Do you think colleges should look at or require ACT scores?
I mean, again, I think it'd be helpful if they put more weight upon individual kind of scores based upon what degree you're going into. But yes, I do think they should look at it only for admittance into college.
Yes and no. I think that if you're going for something like engineering or any kind of science or math-based degree, then it makes a lot of sense. English, maybe. But if you're going for something more of a liberal arts path, like art or theater or music, those scores really don't have a lot to do with where you see yourself in the future. So I think it's just based on what the student's path is in terms of their career and what they want to do with their higher education.
If you could suggest changes to these practices, what would it be?
Honestly, different tests for what you want to go to college for. So again, say that I'm going for like a English degree and won't really be doing much math. maybe having a separate test for people that want to go in an English degree. You take that test and you show that to your college, and it's your ability to succeed in your given field.
It should be changed based on the individual and what their path is. If you're going to have somebody with more of a liberal arts degree, then ask them questions that are more based on that and test them based on the intelligence of what they plan to do with their future.
By appealing to colleges to make ACT scores not a requirement, we can reduce the ACT test's impact on restraining low-scoring students from attending the college of their choice. Until the ACT changes the way they test for college readiness in a diverse world with many factors, its use in the educational system is biased and unfair. You can reach out and express your thoughts to the ACT and colleges. By spreading awareness, we may one day have a system that works for everyone.